If you could accomplish one priority related to gender and racial equity, diversity, and inclusion within your society or field, what would it be, and what would you need to get it through and see it through?
You know, you were nice enough, Jamie, to send me these questions ahead so I could think them through a little bit. And this one gave me a headache because it really did. I can feel little twinges of it right now because there are so many priorities. And I went around and around and around and finally decided to share with you my concerns about faculty attrition. And this is in no way to belittle the concerns of non-faculty staff. It's in no way to minimize the importance of the learner's experience, but I'm very, very, very concerned about faculty attrition. And some measurements suggest that faculty attrition right now is at or near an all-time high. Now, there have been some faculty reductions, furloughs, whatever, during COVID, of course. But unfortunately, some of it is due, and maybe a significant part of it is due to the environments, to the climate that I talked about. Some of them are frankly toxic. And some of these workplace environments that are not optimal are a problem, I believe, contributing mightily to faculty attrition. And it's hard for big institutions to change. It is. Institutions of higher learning and the societies that represent them, they tend to stay pretty stable over very long periods of time. And we need to make changes in these environments by directly drilling down on gender inequities, racial inequities, and the pandemic has only added to the stress and to the tension that faculty are experiencing, and some of them are seeking reprieve by going somewhere else. Our so-called standpoint data, AAMC standpoint data, found that those who experienced harassment had greater intentions of leaving, and faculty who indicate they plan to leave soon, to jump ship soon, cite climate issues as a primary, if not the primary reason. So a priority is to lift this up to the conscious level of all leadership within our broad community and look it right in the eye and deal with it.
Can you imagine ways in which institutions of higher education and societies, across institutions might work together on that kind of issue?
I think what you're doing by pulling us together is a very important step forward. And the question will be, really, will we have some, some ability, no matter how glorious our titles are and how many degrees we have after our name, will we have the ability to admit that we need to make some changes in how we do things? And we can use the power that we have and the privilege that we enjoy to dismantle some of the policies. We can have conversations that require some courage about the privilege that's built into existing system that really tends to benefit some people and to really exclude others. We can work toward mutually agreeing on a clear vision of success. And we can work toward mutually agreeing on the standardization of policies and processes that can be operationalized and shared across our sector, in my case, organized medicine, so that what we're doing is taking a sort of a systems approach, not one person at a time, not one incident at a time, but the system. And then we have to be prepared for the inevitable pushback based on just inertia with no malintent, or pushback based on a desire not to change the status quo that benefits some and not others. And I wish I could say that there's none of that, but there certainly is. And we have recently promulgated, the AAMC has promulgated diversity, equity, and inclusion competencies in medical education. And as I know you're aware, Jamie, we've gotten quite a bit of pushback on that. And that's okay. That's okay. We need to listen. We need to be willing to be cognizant of other points of view and not be closed-minded, not put ourselves in a box that we only can hear our own voice. But we need to believe in our values, and we need to somehow push forward. Even if we change the details of how we do it, We have to recognize as a problem. We have to recognize our own individual and institutional roles in the problem and promulgating it and continuing it. And we have to have the courage to push ahead, no matter how long it takes, no matter what it takes, and make progress for really for the greater good.
I have to give so much credit to the leaders on the consortium and to all of the members who work every day on these really hard issues. And I think one of the benefits I hope everyone gets from it is the mutual support to be working in a community of people who are committed and institutions that are committed and really want to make a difference, even though it's hard. So with that, I thank you, and we really appreciate this wonderful interview.